What is going on, everybody? You are back with the Real PG for another MLB player prop video for today, Monday, July the 17th. Before we get into the video, if I could ask you guys to smash that like button. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to get subscribed and turn those post notifications on to make sure you're getting the most up-to-date information on each day's slate. Real quickly, before we get into the picks, would like to talk about the Sleeper app. We've been using it for a while now, guys, as our official app for the Patreon. Sleeper's doing a lot of different things. They got a different way of payouts. What they're doing over on Sleeper, instead of using a static pay system, they use a multiplier system, as every prop has a different risk level, so it pays as such, hence the juice on the books. You can get up to 100x pay per lineup, and using my promo code CapitaleTersPG will get you $100 matched up to 100 when you spend $100 on your first deposit. So if you just deposit 20, you would get 20 matched. If you deposited 50, you would get 50 matched, all the way up to 100. As well as that, you would get into the exclusive access of the Sleeper Squad. The Sleeper Squad is basically a Discord within the app, also where you can share your plays with other people in the group. So when there's no Patreon, for say on the weekends, I share all my plays in the Sleeper Squad to people so that everyone who's in that group can see all my plays. I can see plays that others are sharing so that I can take ideas from others. If I chose to tail somebody, I could do so. You could tail somebody else. So it's a group effort kind of thing. So lots of awesome things going on at Sleeper, guys. Make sure to check it out and use my promo code when you sign up to get that 100% match up to $100, as well as access to the Sleeper Squad. Outside of that, guys, links for the Patreon is going to be in the description section below, as well as links for the free Discord, guys. Come check out the free Discord. It's been around for over a year now. Got tons of stuff going on in there, talking everything about baseball, plays each and every single day. We got all the access to the top tier stuff for the Patreon, linked through the Discord. So come check this out, guys. Again, link is in the description section. With that being said, let's hop on over to Prop Stock Cash today, guys. And first play we're going to be looking at is actually a Nerfie. And we're going to be looking at the Nerfie between Mackenzie Gore and Drew Smyly today, guys. So Washington and Chicago. So as you can see here, this is the Nerfie away record for the away pitcher. Here's the home pitcher. Mackenzie Gore is currently 9-2 to the under on his away starts this year, guys. So that is 82%. And then Drew Smyly is 6-2 when he is at home, which is good for a 75% hit rate. Altogether, juice minus 118 to the under. So let's check what the books currently have it set at. See if it has moved at all. If it's still more than a minus 110, in the sense of Nerfies, minus 110 to minus 120 is actually pretty decent juice. So let's... Can I find the game? There it is. First inning, minus 112. So it's moved a little bit, but odds are still favorable to the under, most definitely. According to this, you can kind of see which team is more so the threat to score, and this is the handicap for the first inning. So you're looking at the two teams. Chicago is minus 128 for the first inning, so they're basically saying if a team is going to score in the first, it's more likely to be Chicago. And so they're more concerned about Mackenzie Gore than Drew Smyly. And again, when we look at Mackenzie Gore, he is 9-2 to the under, guys. So I feel strongly about this Nerfie hitting if they're really more concerned about Gore than Smyly. Tauchman's been leading off, and he has been a strikeout machine lately. So definitely think Gore could get to him in the sense of strikeouts in the first inning too. But definitely first play is going to be that Nerfie to the under, and that is on Prizepicks, guys. If you head on over to Prizepicks, it is literally all of my plays. Drew Smyly, Mackenzie Gore, under 0.5 runs in the first inning. Next play we're going to be talking about is more for sleeper, but you can actually, we'll skip that one just because it's been completely removed from sleeper and it's only on prize pick at the bump level. But I had interest in Logan Webb at 5.5 Ks, more so interest at 17.5 outs. That was pulled very early last night, but I was able to get tons of it in, so I'm very happy for that. Next player, let's look at Lane Thomas. So Lane busted yesterday, and I know he was heavy chalk yesterday, guys. A lot of people around Lane Thomas, and he put up a donut. So I'm looking for Lane to bounce back in this spot, guys, against Smiley. So Lane in his career against Smiley is 4 for 9 with 2 singles, a double, and a jack. So basically, he's owned Smiley for the most part. When you look at this year's stats, Lane's a righty, Smiley's a lefty. Lane is absolutely smashing lefties. He is hitting them at 130 points ISO score higher on against left-handed hitters or against left-handed pitchers. So literally 130-point jump. It's literally that's saying like the power for right-handed pitchers versus the power to left-handed pitchers. He's almost hitting with twice the power against lefties that he is against righties, as well as his on-base average being 361 against lefties and only 244 against righties. So this is a smash spot for Lane. And then if we look down at Smiley, he has been pretty even between lefties and righties. 213 to righties, 245 to lefties. A little bit better to lefties, but not much of a noticeable difference. Both right in the mid, light 200s. As you can see, Lane is hitting. When we go to the overall, he has hit in, I believe it was 26 of the last 30 games overall now. And again, yesterday was a miss. He has not had back-to-back misses since in April, guys. There's not been a back-to-back miss for Lane Thomas. So give me Lane Thomas for a hit over on Sleeper. If you are on Prize Picks, I am totally okay with taking his 7 fantasy points today, as I think he will fly over that. I think he has himself a great game today. Next, let's take a look at one more hitter prop. Let's look at, there's a few. I mean, we could just be boring and look at Ohtani. I guess we can do that, just so I'm not giving out a bunch of Patreon plays. Oh, they bumped Ohtani's hits from 0.5 to 1.5. I'm not going to play. I'm playing his total bases on Prize Picks. We can look at Ohtani's total bases quick. Let's find total bases for Shohei. So this is the overall lately. Okay, so last 5 games, guys. Shohei has had a hit in all 5 games. He has had 6 bases or 8 bases. No, 6 bases here. 1 here, 4 and 4. So this man has had 15 bases in the last 4 games, 8 bases in the last 2 games. So he's literally averaging 4 bases a game, whether it's via the home run or just multiple doubles, a home run and a double, multiple hits, lots of multi-hit games lately. And then prior to that, he had that gap where he had nothing going on after he was great. And then this is that section of greatness again, guys. Home run, blank. Home run, home run, home run and a single, home run and a double and a single, home run. So pretty crazy stats for Ohtani lately, guys. As far as total bases go, at 1.5 today against Luis Severino. And against Severino, This is showing nothing for some reason, even though we obviously we have the lefty righty matchup, so that's great. I'm pretty sure I saw something with Otani having a home run against Severino already, so let's just double check that. Yeah. Okay. So he's faced him twice in 2018. It's been a hot minute, but he did have a home run against him in this game. Went 1 for 2 with the bomb, and in this game he went 0 for 2 with a walk and 1 strikeout. So against Louis, lifetime, it looks like Shohei truly is 1 for 4 with a home run, a walk, and a strikeout. So for me, with the run that Otani is on right now, I'm not hesitating to take him at a base and a half. I'd rather have the hit over on Sleeper before they bumped it, and I did get a bunch of that in, um, along with the web props while they were still there, the 17.5 outs as well as the 5.5 strikeouts. But let's go over one more play that's a little more serious than Otani, I guess, as everybody is probably on Otani today. Let's take a look. Let me look at my Patreon list. See if I can give you guys something decent here. All right, let's look at Matt Manning's strikeouts. I don't mind it on Prizepicks either, as I think worst case is really a push. Best case scenario over on Sleeper, you get him at 3.5, and I think that's easy cash. Here's my sleeper slip for today. Just one of the slips that I have. So we've already talked about multiple of these plays. So I guess there's no harm in showing this. Let's talk about Manning, though. He's playing KC today. KC... Okay, first let's pull Manning up over here. Let's... Actually, first, can we look at the projection? There is no projection for Matt Manning today. Starting opening line, minus 160 to the over at 3.5 strikeouts. Here's his overall on the season. He's made 5 starts, 4 of which have gone over. He has been on the hook once against Toronto, but he also played Toronto again and then had 5 against them. Toronto is not an easy team to K, and Manning is at 3-5. We only need 4 today, which he has been getting against other difficult teams like Houston and Texas, teams that are not easy teams to strike out. Okay, so Matt Manning is a right-handed pitcher. This is showing 24.7% on the season strikeout rate for KC, 25.7% good for 5th and 4th in the league. This is 25% is over the last 30 games. I'm going to double check that. I actually have it on my other screen, but let me double check that real quick. Right-handed pitchers over the last 30 days. Kansas City Royals are at 24.7%. And Matty is playing away today, so the Royals are at home. Let's see, we can be real specific if we want. Right-handed pitchers batting at home. The Royals. KC Royals, where are you at? Wow, does it really drop off that much, or am I missing? Oh, they're there, way up top. 28.2%, guys. The Royals are striking out at home over the last 30 days at 28.2%. A lot higher than 24.7 and 25%. 25 0.7%, which are already astronomical numbers as far as strikeout percentages go. Matt Manning has averaged 4 throughout this season. Like I said, he's on the road today where he's played a majority of his games. He only has 1 start at home. It was his best start to date against Toronto. 5 strikeouts just a week ago or so in July. So his most recent game tore that ass up against Toronto. 5 strikeouts is actually really solid for a mid-tier pitcher like Matt Manning. So this 3.5 number is just way too low, in my opinion, for a team that is striking out between 24.7% on the season, 25.7% over the last 30 games, and what I'm showing over the last 30 days of home games for the Royals, striking out at 28.2%. So despite Matt Manning's 0.69% strikeout per inning, so 2 strikeouts per every 3 innings, more or less. Therefore, if he gave you 6 innings of work today, he would get you 4 strikeouts on the mathematical side of it, too. He's projected for right in that range, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, Matt Manning over 3.5. I don't mind the 4 at Prizepicks. I think it's going to push, though, guys. Could go over. He could fly. He could literally hit 6, 7, 8 strikeouts against Kansas City today. It would not surprise me. I know Tyler Glasnow just had 8 against them, or just had 7 against them, and hooked and had a bad game. But prior to that, he had 12. A lot of teams have been hitting double digits against the Royals, and I do think Matt Manning's strikeout ability is very middle of the pack at best. But 4 and 3.5 especially, I think, is disrespectful, and I think he gets to the Royals today. So that is what I got for you guys. Again, showed some love for Logan Webb. I don't love the 6 pitching strikeouts over on Prizepicks, though I'll take my shots on it because I think he gets to at least 6. And then we talked about Lane Thomas as well as Matt Manning and Shohei Ohtani. I don't mind Shohei over 1.5 bases, as you can already see it on the screen. I don't mind Shohei Ohtani as well as Gleyber Torres and Shohei Ohtani square. Gleyber has been hitting multiple singles per game every game lately. Granted, he was just in Coors, so maybe his stats have been a little inflated, but he has been pulling for this team along with Giancarlo Stanton while Aaron Judge is out. So I don't mind this square at 4, as I do think Shohei is at 2.5 on the books, Gleyber's at 1.5 on the books. I think they both hit their overs today. So for what it's worth, I don't mind that. I think it's a push worst case. Again, a lot of this I think on the screen is a push worst case, but these are not really the plays we're taking or what we talked about. So with that being said, guys, remember, if you sign up over at Sleeper, you are going to have much better luck as the lines are a hell of a lot more fair. You're getting everything at a half of a strikeout lower. You're being able to get hitters hits actually instead of their fantasy scores. You're able to get some really great props over at Sleeper. Sign up, promo code capital letters PG. It's going to get you a match up to $100 on your first deposit, get you exclusive access to my Sleeper squad. Get signed up today. Again, guys, the Patreon base tier is $20 a month, less than $1 a day. Top tier gets you access to me, one-on-one access whenever you need it. When you got questions, hit me up on the Discord. That is all included in top tier, as well as all of the daily plays, all that other good stuff that the base tier gets as well. $40 a month. That's a little bit over $1 a day, guys. You guys are wagering this off faster, $20, $40 in a day, no problem. Spend that on a month of good winning money. Sign up at the Patreon, see what it's all about. Otherwise, at least come check out the free Discord. See what's happening over there. It's been a little slower lately, like I said, because I've been doing a little less traffic on YouTube, a little less traffic altogether. But I'm trying to come back out during the baseball season and open back up, as I do think I'm one of the top MLB handicappers on YouTube right now. So with that being said, guys, not to toot my own horn, but best of luck. And if you were feeling today, best of luck to both of us, and peace.